Alex is gonna come on my camera.
Mate, I'm gonna come on your camera, mate. No, that's Charles McCollum. If you didn't see
Cut
it,
that. Cut
welcome
that.
to ApexToOval, baby. Welcome to ApexToOval. I'm your host, Alex. That is my host, Jack. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about the NASCAR playoffs. We got some games, limited games, but no games. Then we have our F1 predictions for this week because it is Brazil. So, let's get started. Obviously, let's just start with the Truck Series at Phoenix. Corey Heim is your winner. Got that one
Yes.
right. Jack got
Claps.
Ankrum, who finished 14th. This was the only race where the right driver won.
And it took a miracle. Like,
Yeah,
it took
it was,
Corey
it
Heim
was
going 7 wide into turn 1, which only at Phoenix meant, and making it stick and getting up to second and then winning the race after that. But, like, he also, much like, maybe a future dominant car, got kind of screwed by pit strategy toward the end. And he made this move and he made it stick. But
good on Corey Heim. Deserved winner. His 12th win of the season, I believe. Maybe it's his 13th. I don't remember. But either way, a dominant season from Corey Heim. Hopefully, they will get rid of Riley Herbst.
yeah, I wish.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, Corey Heim needs to be in the Cup Series. This is not
I actually want to
he
check
needs it.
something.
Like, he needs to be in the Cup Series no matter what. And if Riley Herbst is that guy who has to get out, so be it.
Okay. Riley Herbst has the second worst average finishing position in the Cup Series this season, second only to Cody Ware, which puts him below Stenhouse in that Hayek car, which puts him below Custer in the Haas, which puts him below the Kaulig guys, the front row guys, which puts him below SVG, like, considering that 30 out of 36 races are not road courses. Like, this is, it's rough, right?
Corey Heim, I have a seat for you, buddy. It's the 2311 car where you are
Like,
signed.
it's gotta happen, and yet here we are.
Here we are, still waiting. Something that we might wait forever for is a Connor Zilic championship in the Xfinity Series.
Or at all,
Or at all.
frankly.
No, he's going to be a 8-time Cup Series champion. Don't you worry. But
I want to believe it, but it's the Cup Series. You never know how a prospect's really gonna fare.
listen, he's going to win 8 in a row starting next year, and then he's going to go to F1.
Okay.
Jesse Love is your champion. Now, I am not mad at this pick at all. I love Jesse Love. I think I was really happy when he got into the championship 4. Did I think he was going to win it? Absolutely not. But he did. And although I hate it for Connor Zilic, good on Jesse Love. He had the faster car all day, and he won it.
This was, of course, his second win of the year.
Yep.
And his 9th top 5.
Yep.
Connor Zilic had 10 wins and 20 top 5s in one fewer race.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I
Connor Zilic should have won this championship. There was no reason he should not have won this championship other than his car not being the fastest on the day, but it's the playoffs. It's the game.
It's
7
the format.
moments. The game 7
It's-
moments.
It's been rare in this format that we have had such dominance over a season and have it not pay off. Where
Harvick.
we got lucky with Corey Heim. Well, even that wasn't double-digit wins, right?
That's fair. He had like 8.
Yeah, no, Harvick, COVID Harvick, I assume you're talking about?
Yeah.
COVID Harvick was insane. But I just mean, like, Corey Heim under the old points format would have, like, broken the record for most points, period. Connor Zilic had one of the most dominant seasons in recent memory in the Xfinity Series.
As a rookie.
Of course, yeah. And there was a shot he doesn't even win Rookie of the Year because of how this format works. If Quapple finished higher than him, which fortunately did not happen.
Why would...
And What?
Why would Quapple get rookie of the? Oh, right, because
It's
Jesse
based on
Love's
your
not a
final.
rookie. Oh my God, you're
Yeah,
right. Damn. That.
yeah. The two rookies in the championship four were Zilich and Quapple.
Yeah.
Um, and that would have been just another like it's one of those things where it is rare that you have such an undeserving champion. Not in the sense of like Jesse Love followed the format, won a race, made it to the playoffs because of
Won the
that,
Daytona
performed well in
race,
the
mind you,
playoffs. Yeah.
and pretty
Um
much ran that race, mind you.
that's still one race early in the year, right?
I understand, but Daytona's Daytona.
Yeah. Um he
But
led under 300 laps compared to over 1,000 for each of Zilich and Allgaier on the year. Um
that's
right?
tough.
Like it's just any way you slice it, it's a tough look. Um, Now, with that said, very happy for Jesse Love.
Yeah, but um, Zealot was by far the better driver. Speaking of the better driver this season, um, Benny Hamlin lost the championship,
Yes.
and he was also the much better driver the entirety of the championship race.
Yeah, this
Until
is kind
William
of the
Byron blew a tire chasing him and brought out the caution, and then Denny's team fucked him.
this is the opposite of the Zilich problem,
Yeah.
which is that you had a championship four that was all deserving. Um, that each of them made it there by the rules of the format. Each of them were very strong drivers over the regular season. Obviously, there's the argument for Bell with the Winston Cup Series points format. If you do like this points format, but just points, I believe Larson ends up with the most points over the
Larson would
season.
have, but if Byron didn't blow his tire, Byron would have won it.
Yeah, which like clearly all of the champions are deserving. Denny had an incredible season by like following this format, right?
Yeah, the most
Wins throughout, and wins in each of these stages to lock himself in. Like, and then he had the car at Phoenix for so much of the day. It was him and maybe Bell and the Penske's for a lot of the day. Byron was fast. Briscoe was fast. Larson
Wasn't
didn't
fast
show
at
up.
all. He
Like
led
it, Larson
no
was the
laps.
worst car of the four.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Led 0 laps,
Because
and then
Briscoe made it back through the field like what 3 times during that race, and Larson
something
only
like
did
that.
at the
And
end.
yeah, it's just it's frustrating. And even Larson knows it feels tainted, and it's. I'm glad that we were already having the conversations of ending the format before this because this is really just cherry on top of what is a terrible playoff format.
Yep.
Well, really a terrible championship format. I think lumping in the whole playoff format with it might be overly dismissive, but like even if it's based on points in the final race, but you get to keep your playoff points, like even that could offset it a little,
Yeah.
right? Like if the few position finishing order difference between Larson and Hamlin could be offset by the fact that Hamlin had all the playoff points from the wins.
Yeah.
Like it's
Or like also you could just do it points on the day. Just because I'm not gonna lie, it should be about the whole race, not just the finish. You could be 40th all race and make it to the front and win it, and you be champion. That's not really how it should work. It should be your entire performance through the entire race. If you're gonna have a one race format.
yeah.
In my opinion.
There are a lot of different ways it could go, and fortunately we will never have to experience this again.
Yep.
Now with that said, as we said, Larson would have led the season long points in the current points format, and I think that that's worth appreciating, right? Denny was a dominant force by the rules of the playoff format, but it's not like Larson doesn't deserve to be a champion. I just
No. Larson
would like
does
to think
deserve-
he deserved to have a legitimate feeling championship.
Yes. Like Denny led, I think 90% of that race. Close to
He
it, at
led
least.
a
He
stupid
like,
amount.
a dumb amount of laps. I mean, other than he led with like a very good chunk of the second stage, all of the first stage except for like the final 6 laps, and then most of the final stage.
Yeah, he led 208 laps and had the fastest lap on the day.
Yeah.
The next most was Chase Elliott with 30, I
Really?
think. Oh,
Elliott
no.
led 30. No, it had to be Byron. Byron led a good chunk.
No, Byron was 52. You're right. I forgot he blew a tire. I didn't look
Yeah.
that far down. I'm not
Yeah,
going to lie. Byron with
Byron
52,
was, yeah.
Elliott with 30, Blaney with 20.
Yeah. It was a shitty. I mean, let's talk about it. It's a shitty pick call by his pit crew. I get taking 4 in that scenario if Larson's so far back, but he's not. He's 5th at the caution, 6th at the caution. He's taking 2 tires on the right side just to suffice. Why do you take 4 there? I get you took 4 last time. Denny fell a little bit, and then he brought it back into the lead, but you can't expect that every time.
Yeah, and I mean, even as we were watching it live and as we talked about with Corey Heim managed to do it to kind of save himself from disaster. But the reality is, as the announcers were saying, you're in the lead there, you're screwed. Yeah. Like, because whatever you choose, everyone else is going to choose the thing that makes you lose. Yeah. Now, with that said, Denny did have the last pit stall, so he had more than enough time at Phoenix for his crew, theoretically, to call, hey, actually just do rights, stop the pit stop, let him go kind of thing. However, there's more that goes into a pit stop than just, these are tires, let's put them on. Yeah. That once the call is made, the call is kind of made, where I think that the people that are arguing that might be a little overly reductive, but it is still like you have the advantage of having the last or first, however you want to view it, pit stall, and I don't know.
They squandered it.
Yeah.
Because let's talk about it. Larson only pit for tires, 20 laps earlier? He didn't need 4 tires. It was like 20.
He took 2. He took 2 then.
Yeah, I think it was on the left
side. He hadn't taken 4 in a while. No, it was rights both times.
Oh, he took rights both times? Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he took lefts. That's why they did rights. Oh, that's even worse. This just makes it even worse.
Well, it's 4 left turns.
Yeah.
At some point, you're putting the stress more on one side than the other, perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call because whatever you call, you're going to be wrong. If he only took 2, or if he stays out, everyone eats him up on other tires. If he took 2 and other people reacted to that in whatever way, then they probably take 4 and eat him up on good tires, right?
Yeah.
It's the life of being in the lead in one of these races where if you're someone like Larson, you got to do something different because your car's not good. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, got handed to him.
Yep. Yeah.
And I did see some conspiracy talk of NASCAR threw the caution really fast with Byron, where they kind of held the caution for similar incidents earlier in the race. I don't really buy it. It was a pretty legitimate caution.
What I don't like is, I get his tire blew, but, I don't know. I can't even fault Byron, because he was just trying to catch up, and, I mean, yeah, his tires only lasted 20 freaking laps after he took 4, sticker tires? Was it that last go-around?
It's just, it was a problem all day. All day the tires were going down. It wasn't something that Byron did. I mean, I'm sure they were all pushing it pressure-wise, and that's why the tires were blowing, because you can always blame that. But this was a problem for every team all day.
Denny blew a tire.
You had... What?
Denny blew a tire at the...
Yeah, he got actually lucky with when.
Because it was a caution.
What, Briscoe blew 2?
2 or 3, he blew a lot. He blew a lot of tires that day.
Every single driver in the Championship 4 and half the drivers in the field blew a tire at some point, it felt like.
Yeah.
That was just something that happened in the race. It was bad luck, and here's where we ended up.
It's unfortunate that he couldn't get down at the apron and he hit the wall instead.
Yeah.
Because every other person did not hit the wall. They all got down to the apron in time. And Byron just didn't get down to the apron and he hit the wall.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Does this affect your view of NASCAR overtime? Would you rather have
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. Let me tell you something. I have seen a lot of posts being like NASCAR should go back to before overtime and just end the race in caution.
I mean, Denny had a insurmountable lead,
Yep.
and it became very
I'm
surmountable once the caution was thrown,
I'm
and you
going
knew
to
that
be
there were a
honest.
guaranteed 2-lap shootout.
I'm going to be honest. I think in the regular season, overtime should be allowed because those are drivers fighting for wins to get in the playoffs. I think in the playoffs, though, you scrap the overtime rule. That's what I
Interesting.
think. I think overtime should be based on race distance, not overtime. I think before that, in the regular season, I don't really care whether you have overtime or not. I don't think the playoffs should be decided by overtime. Because
Interesting.
overtime makes a lot of things, brings up a lot of issues with aggressive driving and all that stuff, and I'm just not here for it. Not in the playoffs. Like, it's too risky. And shit like this happens, so. And I'm
Yeah,
not just saying that because I
um,
like Denny. Like, I'm not just saying it like that. If this was Larson who lost because of this, or Byron, or Briscoe, I would have the same reaction. Overtime should not be a thing in the playoffs. Let the drivers fight
I
it out, and if it ends their caution, it ends their caution.
I don't think it should be a thing. Period. Honestly, I mean, you know that I was losing it when the caution was thrown at IMS late
Yep.
when Bubba was leading
Yep.
because I thought it was over in the way that this race kind of ended, and it worked out for Bubba there, but
Yeah.
I have pretty consistently believed that I understand why overtime is a thing. I do not like it for a legitimacy of the sport from a legitimacy of the sport standpoint.
I mean, think of this. Does
Um,
F1 have overtime? Does IndyCar have overtime? No, they ended into race distance.
yeah,
That should be
and
your only argument.
realistically, how often is that a problem?
2021.
Well,
I mean, that was an issue for Michael Massey, but like,
that wasn't ending that wasn't ending under caution. That
that
was
should have ended under caution. That should have. Like, they just said,
yeah.
nope, you got one lap, go race. Like,
Yeah, no, add a lap and unlap some of the cars, but not all the way, just to
yeah,
manufacture that. That actually, I said this at the time, but you bringing it up,
yeah,
that was them trying to create their own NASCAR overtime. That was the point I made at the time, was
yeah.
that if the FIA is going to magically decide to be NASCAR, why would I watch a worse racing product if they're going to pull the same shit that NASCAR does? Like,
Yeah.
rules wise, generating intrigue wise. Like, that was why I relatively tuned out of F1 for a bit after that, because
Yeah.
that was egregious because it was NASCAR-esque. Like,
No, I remember because the next day, remember on Mondays we would, or sometime during the week, we would do GTA races after the race, and you would
oh
tell me
yeah.
you'd narrate what happened in the season. So my thing with Abu Dhabi was, I hate F1 for that, but it is what it is. I think if you're gonna keep overtime, keep that shit to the regular season. Take it away in the playoffs. There should be no reason for overtime in the playoffs. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I yeah. It was a tough one. It
It was tough.
definitely Friday was was a big sigh of relief, and that was
Yep.
true across the whole garage. And then the weekend was just gut wrenching. Um,
Yeah.
and I feel bad for the two. I feel bad for Connor. I feel bad for Denny, but I feel terrible for Jesse Love and for Kyle Larson, because
Yeah.
that is like, especially for Love, because
Oh
Kyle
my
Larson has his
god, the
fans.
shit that he was getting online, I felt so bad.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when I immediately texted you after Jesse Love won, and I'm like, I'm happy with this. Like, I get Connor Zilic should have been champion. I get it. There should be no reason for people to be angry at Jesse Love. He played the game perfect, and he won.
Be angry at NASCAR.
Be
Jesse
angry
Love
at, yeah.
brought a bad fast car to Phoenix, and he
He
won the
brought a
race.
damn good
And
car
he
to
was a
Phoenix.
deserving winner of that race. He
Yep.
did what people thought should have happened in the Cup race. It's just the fact that Connor Zilic was so dominant throughout the season that the question in the Xfinity series was, the format is terrible that Zilic can lose. The question in the Cup series was, the format is terrible that Denny can be dominant and lose.
Yeah.
Which is different problems, but they come back to the same thing, which is why have we set it up that it all depends on one race?
Yeah. I don't get it, but it is what it is. Let's get into our race predictions. It's F1 in
Ooh.
Brazil, Sao Paulo. Now, personally, I'm delusional, and I would pick Lewis Hamilton for this because he is the GOAT of Brazil alongside Max Verstappen. But I have
Can I
Lando Norris.
introduce you to Ferrari?
Yeah, I get it. That's why I'm not picking Lewis. That's exactly why I'm not picking Lewis. But
Yeah.
I have Lando Norris to take revenge on Max Verstappen from last year and win this race. It should be raining. We'll see. But I think McLaren and Lando have gotten on their game as of late, and is going to win this race.
I came in before seeing your pick, telling myself I was going to pick Lando or Max. That Piastri was off the table for this race, so following through with that, picking Max. We'll see how it goes.
Yep, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a good race. We already know it's going to rain most likely. That's always fun. So, let's get into our NASCAR. Look back on our NASCAR predictions. We have a regular season champion. We have an overall champion. Biggest surprise and biggest letdown. We will also do this for F1 at the end of the year, but we also have for F1. If I scroll down, we have driver champion, constructor champion, biggest surprise, biggest letdown, best rookie, worst rookie. But the only rookie this year in the Cup Series. But this is only Cup. We didn't do Xfinity or Trucks. We will do that next year with probably only the champion, and we might include not constructor. What do they call it? Teams. What do you call it?
Owner.
Owner championships as well.
Well,
But
I don't know. Owner championship usually is the same as the driver. This year was weird in that Almirola in the 19 car won it.
Exactly. That's why we're gonna do it, because there could be some parity, and it'd be funny if there was. Regular season champion. Now, me and Jack were pretty close on this one, but ultimately, one of us.
Well, one of us won.
One of us won.
I want to put that out there.
One of us won, and the other one finished third. Jack, talk to me about your pick.
I picked William Byron, and I am happy about it. He won the regular season championship. He was the second best championship car all day in the overall championship, although I didn't pick him for that anyway. And he had a season to back up my expectations of him. So.
Yeah. I had Kyle Larson because I think he won the year prior, and I was like, screw it. Larson's fast. Hendricks is a good car. He finished third. So I'll take it. It's not really bad.
And clearly won the overall championship, would have won the full season points. So.
Yep. So it's not a bad pick. Blaney was second. And I want to actually point something out when I'm talking about Ryan Blaney. Because I just go to NASCAR.com real quick. Blaney kind of looked out of it, kind of in the middle of the year, and why, you may ask? Well, Blaney had 8 DNFs. 8 DNFs.
Yep.
He finished second in the regular season. That is disgusting, by the way. He's insane. Blaney's damn good. So yeah, that was crazy that he finished second. Overall champion, I will go first. I picked Denny Hamlin. He came second in the championship. Should have won it, but
he came
you're
damn
not gonna
close.
win everything. He came so close. I think a lot of NASCAR fans were rooting for him, even ones that have hated him
Which
in
was
years past.
Shocking.
I think Jeff Gluck, tweeted about it because he posted something, and then all the comments under it were positive towards Denny, and that's never the case. And Jeff Gluck is like, "What the fuck has happened to this fan base? What has happened to NASCAR fans? Nobody wanted to see Denny win until not Martinsville. Was it? No, it was I don't whatever the race he won in the round of 8, because he was crying. His dad was sick. This might have been his last chance to see or this might be the last chance his dad sees to win him a championship. Everyone was on Denny's side except for like Larson, Byron, and Briscoe fans, and even then they were kind of like, if he wins, he wins. Like, I'm not going to be mad. And well, he got close and lost, but yeah.
Crazy to see the tide turn, especially when he's suing NASCAR and there is a larger than you think subset of the fan base that actively hates him for that on top of everything else. That thinks that he is an ungrateful brat for daring to sue benevolent NASCAR, which I think is hilarious. Because if anything, I feel like that should make fans like him more, that he is putting himself on the line to try to improve the sport for everyone. But
Yeah.
There's always going to be people that take the side of power in a given thing,
Yeah.
But I had Tyler Reddick. Speaking of Denny's lawsuit, I had Tyler Reddick, 23-11. On the whole, took a step back this year, speed-wise, which coincided with, we talked a lot about how it felt like Bubba was taking a step forward, which was exceeded by Reddick taking steps back, just because those cars were not, they weren't what they've been. Reddick goes from someone who I thought would have been in contention for the regular season championship to someone who got out with his teammate in the round of 12 and didn't look terribly competitive doing it. Right?
Yeah. Actually, quick thing. The NASCAR awards are going on right now, apparently. And Jesse Love's speech
Weren't they last night?
made maybe for last night. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was last night because this was 23 hours ago.
Yep.
But Jesse Love made Jeff Gordon cry. And then Rick Hendrick called him out and was like, "You keep that humble spirit, buddy. That's a champion." So, yeah. Biggest surprise. Now, Jack has 2 of them. I think he misspoke on one of them, and I just took it as him. I have to look back at this photo.
Yeah.
I swear to God, you had 2 guesses. You were like, Briscoe. Oh. Go over your picks now.
Well, I had Briscoe. And then I also was talking about Hocevar.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about how I couldn't decide between the two.
Yeah, and I just gave you both.
And I we've talked about this in the check-in one as well, but when we checked in 9 races into the year and I think 5 races in before that, 4 or 5 races. But it is really funny to me that I somehow ended up with both of them. But Briscoe, obviously, a championship 4 contender, certainly exceeded expectations. I think he was the highest increase in average finish on the year of any driver from last year to this year. I think exceeded what anyone expected of him, to be better than Bell on the, it's all relative because it's the playoff format, but to finish higher than Christopher Bell on the year is something. Meanwhile, Carson Hocevar, I think he surprised a lot of people by how much he was running up front. I actually think he posted on Twitter today about how he had so many races where things outside of his control happened to, kill his car late.
There was Oh, so I was gonna say there was a 4-race stretch where he was in the front, close to leading, and then something happened to him. It was a good stretch of races where he was running at least in the top 5 for a good chunk of the race.
But let's see, I'm pulling up his Twitter account right now, but he quote tweeted, this better still be, is it not still up? Or was this a fan that tweeted it and I misread it? I swear I thought it was him.
Maybe he retweeted it.
Hocevar block. It was a reply, not a retweet. That's why it didn't show up.
Gotcha.
But Carson Hocevar replying to Jeff Gluck saying that Hocevar had one of the biggest decreases in average finish from last year to this year, which is kind of surprising. But Hocevar points out that a list of failures, freak issues, or things out of his control this year. Daytona won, Vegas won, Phoenix won, Homestead, Darlington won, Texas, the Coke 600, Michigan, Sonoma, Daytona 2, Kansas 2, Vegas 2, and Phoenix 2 were all issues out of his control, not even ones that were like his mistake. And then he notes that he was 11th in stage points on the year, which I do think that it's funny that that's coming from Carson Hocevar. But I do think that he's right in pointing out that he had speed on the year, and in some cases, legitimate competing for race win speed. And that is not something we expected out of Spire, but that was, especially in the early middle part of the season, we saw him and McDowell really up there competing, and I don't think we expected that coming in.
Yeah, I also want to point out for Hocevar, he did go down 2 places in the standings from last year. He did go up in average. His average finish went up pretty much 3 places. So he went from 18th to 21st. But he led the most laps in his career. He had the most top 5s of his career in the Cup and top 10s in his career in the Cup. And he got his first pole in the Cup Series.
Yeah.
That is a major win for a driver in their, second full-time season.
And he, anyone watching the races week in, week out would have seen that increase in speed, which is both on him and on the team. I mean, Spire definitely took strides this year. And, hopefully that translates to results, and it's not a continuing, I know there was a couple years with Bubba at 2311 where they'd have great speed and they'd either make terrible strategy calls or the car would blow up over and over and over until basically the playoffs start, and then they're a contending level car that's not in the playoffs.
Rick Hendrick, I know your driver in place of Alex Bowman.
I mean,
and his name is Carson Hocevar.
But Hocevar in good equipment would be bad fast.
Nuts. Dude, it would be so fun. Especially in a Hendrick's car, which is consistently up there for one of the best cars week in and week out, no matter what place you're at. Easily. It'd be so fun to watch him there. Mine was Ty Gibbs. Now, I will say, yes, did he go down 4 places in the standings? Yeah. Did he have less top 5s than he did last year? Yeah. Less top 10s? Yeah. Less poles? Yeah. Less laps led? Yeah. Less average start? Yeah. And less average finish? Yeah. But he's had a good year. I mean, for a driver that, this is his 3rd full-time Cup season. It's certainly not a bad year. He still led 304 laps. He still got 5 top 5s, still 10 top 10s. I mean, yeah, he's in a JGR car, but, I mean, he's still young, right? I mean, let's be honest. He only started racing in NASCAR since 2021, and that was in the Xfinity Series. And he had 4 wins, 9 top 10s, 9 top 5s, 10 top 10s. And then in 2022, he won the Xfinity Series. 7 wins, 16 top 5s, 23 top 10s. Then he went to Cup full-time in 2023 and did decent. And then 24 and did decent. And then 25. Again, it's decent. It's not bad. He didn't do bad. That's what I'm trying to say. And he's still young. He's still learning. And it's fun to see him race. Because he's at the road courses, first Shane Van Gisbergen was some of the most fun I've ever seen, out of a road course. I forget which one. Chicago, I know he was up there near SVG, and he was running with them for a good chunk of it. So, he's doing well. I don't see that my pick was wrong. It just wasn't exactly fully correct.
Yeah, I think that there were times that he showed he has the speed to keep up with his 3 elite teammates. I think that week in, week out, it just wasn't there. I think that he was...
Yeah.
Not slow, but painfully inconsistent.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But you felt like this year that a race win was kind of inevitable soon, where in previous years you didn't feel like that as much.
Yeah, I think next year he will.
You didn't feel like he'd show up and be the best. Yeah, I would actually buy that too. I think that in previous years you didn't feel like he could show up and be the best JGR guy. He just would be 3rd or 4th on the day when JGR all rolled off the truck well. And this year he proved that there are days that he can carry the organization and outperform the equipment. He's just got to do it more than once every few weeks.
And I just want to point out, if SVG wasn't, I think, hold on, before I say anything, I just want to make sure this is true. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Yeah, if Shane Van Gisbergen was not in NASCAR, Ty Gibbs would already have had his win. He would have had it in Chicago, where he finished second to only SVG. So, and he was running with SVG pretty much the entire race. I mean, that man had speed at Chicago. So, yeah, he just needs to be more consistent. Biggest letdown. Now, I will say, both of our picks were very wrong for biggest letdown. One of ours more than others. Jack, I will say your pick wasn't as bad because, and I will let you.
I was curious which direction you were going with that.
My pick is more egregious than yours, by far.
Interesting.
So I will let Jack say his pick now.
My pick was SVG, and my pick was SVG not because I didn't think he'd be good on the road courses, but because I thought he'd be so bad at the ovals that it wouldn't really matter. He was much better at the road courses than I thought he would be as a full-time driver. I thought that he kind of struck gold on the street course at Chicago, that he, not that he wasn't an elite road course racer, but that there's a level of newness to the course, of a different kind of racing at a street course versus a road course that NASCAR had been going to for a while. I certainly didn't see him winning 5 of 6 road course races.
I didn't either.
And yeah, I don't know how many people did except him probably. But he was otherworldly levels of dominant. Oh yeah, I'm sure after Coda he was mad. But he was incredible on those, and he showed marked improvement over the year on ovals, to the point where at the start of the playoffs, like after that Darlington race where he was fast and then had a bad strategy call late, he looked like he belonged in the playoffs. I mean, he finished 12th in points, right?
Yeah.
Like, at some point, that is impressive. And I think that we should give him his flowers for everything that he did learning real time on ovals. Maybe not as fast as his counterpart in the Xfinity Series, Connor Zilisch, did, going from kind of lost on ovals to the most dominant driver we've seen in a while.
Yeah, on any course, by the way. Not just, Connor Zilisch was freaking dominant.
But SVG has gone to running up front at tracks like Darlington, at tracks like Daytona, right? Like, he's catching on, and he's showing a lot of promise. And, you think especially if Trackhouse improves moving forward, because they had kind of an off year car-wise, him, Zilisch, and Chastain are going to be contenders anywhere. I think he's starting to lay the groundwork for that. So, all that said, I really think that I was about as far off as I could have been, because I think he was better on the ovals by the end of the year than anyone expected. Where I thought he'd be even worse, and he'd be Riley Herbst level on the season, minus 1 or 2 wins that get him to be an unserious contender in the playoffs and whatever else, and people are complaining about him wasting a spot.
He also won. It wasn't a NASCAR sanctioned event, but he did win an oval in a lower comp. He did at a lower comp. So he is obviously trying to get better at ovals.
And it's working. Like, he is.
Yeah, he is. It is working. Yeah, mine, the reason why I'm saying mine is more egregious is also probably where this driver should have ended up in the standings.
Yeah.
Okay. My pick was Bubba Wallace. Now, this was more so, I love Bubba. He is by far my favorite driver in NASCAR. And he is also my second favorite driver in any motorsport. He is lower than Lewis Hamilton, but he is my second favorite driver in all of motorsports. I picked Bubba because I did not think he would do as well as the year prior. I think he missed the playoffs last year, if my mind remembers correctly. And I did not want to jinx him by saying he would do well. Because every time, everything I like in sports likes to die and die hard. So, Arsenal, the 49ers, the Warriors, other than the couple of championships that they got in the 2010s and 2022. The Giants, the San Francisco Giants. Lewis Hamilton in F1. Denny Hamlin this past weekend. So every time I show support for somebody, it doesn't go well. So I didn't want to show support to Bubba. Maybe he did really well, and that is why I made this pick. He finished 11th in the standings, and let's be honest, he should have been in the championship 4, or at least or at least the final 8. You can say, oh, he shouldn't have won Talladega. He was too far up, too quick. Fine, but he should have at least been in the championship 8. Because we all know that he should have won at, I think it was, was it Las Vegas? No, it was Charlotte. No, it was Kansas. Sorry, it was Kansas. We all know he should have won at Kansas. Denny Hamlin, with no power steering, screwed over his own team. We get it. We know Bubba should have made it to the championship 8 at least. You can say maybe he wins at Talladega too if, other things don't happen, but you can't say that. But at Kansas, that man was leading in the final lap, and Denny turned his ass. So, that is why I say I got it completely wrong. Because A, he finished 11th, and I didn't think he'd make the playoffs. Mostly because I didn't want to jinx him. But B, he should have been at least in the championship 8, if not the final 4. So, there's that. And that is that. That is our NASCAR predictions. Year in review.
Actually,
what?
I want to add one more note on SVG.
Okay.
Ignoring where he finished at Phoenix,
yeah,
he finished, I think it was 14th at Martinsville and 11th at Talladega, just talking about different kinds of tracks and running well. And we did mention this, but he did finish 12th in the standings, not 16th. Like, he made the playoffs by his road course skills, yes, but he still earned more points in just the playoffs than 4 playoff drivers, including Alex Bowman, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, and Josh Berry. And Dillon and Berry, maybe you expect that, maybe not, but Bowman and Cindric were fast, right?
And they're in good cars.
Yeah.
He
still outgained
top
them.
3 cars.
And
yeah. Still beat them. Although
exactly.
I do want to say Cindric is the lesser of the 3 Penske guys, and Alex Bowman is the lesser of the 4 Hendricks. They're still in a Hendricks, they're still in a Penske, and they're still damn good drivers.
Yeah,
so I just want to put that out there.
Cindric won a race and competed for more.
Yep.
He was
also
a deserving
made the championship
playoff
last year, if I remember correctly. I think all 3 Penske's made it last year. Did they not? Did they? Hold up. I'm looking this up. I might be wrong, but I think all. I know Blaney and Logano did because they were fighting at the end of that race, but I swear.
I don't think so.
No,
but...
he didn't. Okay. Never mind. Cindric finished 11th. My bad. I mistook. I was thinking of Reddick. I thought Reddick was
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. Cindric did not make the final 4, but he's still a bona fide playoff driver every year. So, let's go into games. So
games
and limited games, but no games. Jack has 3. I have 3. I technically have 4, but it's 2 in 1 because I think one of them is going to go really fast. So I added a second one. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first for the first game? And we'll swap.
I will happily go first.
Okay.
So, do you want me to go through all of mine? Because I have my usual kind of game but this time they're all related to each other in a way.
Okay, let's do all of yours and I'll do all of mine.
Send it all the way through.
Yep.
All right. So, this is going to be a Guess That active Truck Series driver. Now, I'm going to tell you ahead of time that the Truck Series drivers are all in the top 3. Not in points, not in wins, in DNFs. The 3 Truck Series drivers with the most DNFs on the season. Who you got for me? If I will give you the same 4 hints and 4-point system if you want. And we can go down in order from first to third, which is how I have it set up. But how do you want to play this?
I have a question. None of them are made the playoffs.
No.
Oh shoot! I'm so screwed. Tony Breininger.
No.
Okay.
So I'm that was a bonus guess. I'll give you the first one then. So this is locking in on one driver now.
Okay.
They drive a Chevy.
Oh my. Frankie Muniz. I actually don't know any of the teams really. So.
No.
Okay.
Their number is less than 6.
This is not less than.
Oh wait, what? Fuck.
Less than 30. Well, I know
Less
it's
than
not
30.
6 or below. Does that mean it's 6 or below?
Yeah, it does.
It's not 5 because Tony Breidinger's 5. I have her poster on my wall that she signed, which is lovely.
And probably Ankrum, who is above 6.
I do have Ankrum. He is 18, so it's not Ankrum.
Oh, that's embarrassing for me. Okay, well, throw a guess out there.
It's the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
Who? I don't know this. I don't know these drivers. I don't.
All right. Well, I'm sure this is not going to be surprising. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Throw out a guess if you want.
I don't know the drivers like that though. So like, are we thinking like, dude? I don't. Dude. Caden Honeycutt is the only MFer to. I don't know. You just move on. I can't. I don't know these drivers.
All right.
I don't know the.
This is gonna shock you, but he has no wins in his NASCAR career.
Freaking Norm Benning. I don't
yes!
know.
Yes! Oh, you get 2 points. You get 2 points.
You know why?
Norm Benning from Level Green, Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh in Westmoreland County, had 11 DNFs on the year for first in the series.
Listen, the only reason why I know who Norm Benning was is because I've been playing NASCAR 25 lately. If I did not, I would not know who that is. That is awesome. He was the only other driver that was coming to mind of the Truck Series.
And of course, he is number 6. I read my notes just straight up wrong. I read less than 6 instead of less than 30. So my apologies for that. No, but
you're good. You're good. That's so funny.
Oh man.
I didn't know he was 6 either. I don't. Right.
Next with 7 DNFs is a Ford driver.
Can you? Screw it. The teams are gonna help me. Just think of a Malozzi.
Yeah.
I love NASCAR 25. I love it. I love it, dude. I love it, dude.
All right.
I swear to God, I'm like you can see in my. Actually, you can't really see in my glasses. You can see in these glasses. Now hold up. I have not. Hold on. I'm gonna wear these now so you guys know that I'm not cheating.
Bro's got the transition lenses.
I swear to God, no. It's just sunglasses that I got.
Oh.
I swear to God, I'm not cheating. I just have played NASCAR 25 a bit too much lately.
That's crazy, dude.
That is so funny.
Okay. Now, Malozzi has 7 DNFs on the year. He drives the number 2 Ford truck. He had no wins, obviously, and he is from Swedesboro, New Jersey.
Oh my God.
Now, there is one more truck driver tied with 7 DNFs who also drives a Ford truck.
Also a Ford. Not a playoff driver.
Correct.
All right. Who's in the back of the... Who's normally in the back of the pack in NASCAR 25? I actually... Now that I actually don't know. And it's not Frankie Muniz, which sucks. Frankie Muniz.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's go, dude.
I didn't want to let you... Since you said it earlier and I just had to say no flat because I knew I screwed up the other time when you said the driver for a different prompt. I didn't want to let you get screwed on that one twice. So you already have blown by your high score. You have 10 points so far.
Wait, do I have 10 points? Oh my God, I do have 10 points. That's crazy.
Which beats your previous best of 8. But I did prepare 2 bonus 1-point questions for you, if you can get them.
Are they in the truck?
So the first, they're both Xfinity series, actually.
Okay, I think I haven't made it to Xfinity yet in NASCAR 25. All right, this is going to be interesting.
So, who has the most DNFs, sole possession of most DNFs in the Xfinity series?
So I'm switching docs because I'm switching between people at home. I'm not like cheating.
I was going to say, I did see white flash a few times.
I'm switching between the docs because I know that if I don't, my computer's going to shut off, and I don't want it to shut off right now. For some reason, Anthony Alfredo is touching the tip of my tongue, but I know it's not Anthony Alfredo because he's Alfredo sauce and he's cracking good with the sauce.
Fast pasta.
Screw it. Who's in the back? Who is someone? It's someone who didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't made it to Xfinity yet in NASCAR 25. This is where my downfall is coming from, man. I haven't made it yet.
You've already hit your high score. There's no shame in it.
It's a full timer.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anthony Alfredo.
No.
Okay, because he's technically not a full timer. I don't think he's run every race this year.
So since that was just for 1 bonus point, it doesn't have the whole 4 things attached to it.
Okay.
It was William Sawalich himself.
Oh, I should have known that. I should have known that.
A little bonus fact: we mentioned that Almirola in the 19 car won the Owners' Championship because obviously the 19 was kind of the all-star car.
Yeah.
But did you know that William Sawalich, who raced 31 races, obviously missing the last 2 for concussion symptoms, finished below Eric Almirola in the points, while Almirola only ran 17 races.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Almirola ran like half the races, and Sawalich finished below him in points.
Buddy, go back to ARCA. Respectfully. Respectfully,
all right.
Please. Because listen. I'm currently in the truck series in NASCAR 25.
Ooh.
And I just made it up from ARCA. I just made it up from ARCA. And William Sawalich is a pain in my ass in ARCA. Anyway,
okay.
Continue.
I have another bonus question for you.
Okay.
In the Xfinity series, the 76 car was raced twice, both by the same driver. Can you name that driver?
Do I know who this driver is?
Based on the information you've given me so far today, in playing the video game a lot, without giving any more details than that, I think it is certainly possible that you know who this driver is.
So I'm between 2 people. Can I name 2 people and you just give me it if I get it? Are they an ARCA
Go
driver?
for it. Yes.
LeVar Scott.
No.
Ah, oh, damn it. It was fucking, what's his name? Butterbean.
Nope.
It's not!
Neither of them.
What?
It is Cole with a K, Raz, who drives... It's for AM Racing. He drives the 76 car in ARCA and drove for 2 races the 76 car in the Xfinity series. AM Racing is the team that fields the 25 car for Harrison Burton. But he races for them in ARCA. He raced 5 races this year, all this year, in the ARCA Menard series, and had 2 top 10s in those 5 races. In the Xfinity series, he ran 2 races, didn't have great success in either of them. But again, these were just throwing out their bonus questions.
Do you want to know why? I know who he is, but do you want to know why I didn't guess him?
Why?
Because he's always a goddamn back marker in the ARCA Menard series.
Yeah.
In the game, that man is nothing but a back marker. He is 40th place every goddamn time. And every time I'm trying to run low, and this motherfucker, I'm going 20 miles faster than him, 20 miles per hour faster than this man. He takes the low line, so I have to try to last minute move up to the higher line, and I run right through his truck and spin him out, or his ARCA car, and I spin him out, and it's like, dude, I love you, you're funny, but goddamn, dude, take the high line if you're being lapped. I exclusively run the low line. Anyway,
But yeah, I just figured since he runs the same number for the same team,
yeah,
maybe you'd have thrown
I
a
could have
shot there.
gotten that
But
if I deduced it. I just didn't.
again, there's a reason that these were two bonus one pointers just to
Yeah.
tack on the end.
Listen, all I know is LeVar Scott is the truth, and he'll be making his time in the Xfinity Series very soon with Roger Carruth, baby. Um, okay, so these. Okay, so the first one is the highest grossing motorsports movies. This might not be correct. I looked it up and I tried to get this as correct as possible, but some of these might be a little fudged. So, be careful. I will say there are two movie franchises that I just scooped into one. And if you just say the franchise name, I will give you it. But if I didn't, the entire list would be these two franchises, and I didn't want to do that. So, with that being said, you may now guess.
Okay, well, two franchises you lumped into one tells me it's probably Fast and Furious and Cars.
Yes, Fast and Furious, their highest grossing movie was Seven at $1.5 billion, and Cars, their highest grossing movie was the second one, and that was $560 million. Cars was third. Their highest grossing was third. Fast and Furious highest was first.
Sorry. I feel like I remember headlines of the new F1 movie.
Yes, F1 movie is second with $630 million in the box office. This is purely box office, by the way. This is not streaming. This is not DVD sales. Purely box office.
Okay. I'm trying to think recent ones because if it's just highest grossing, I feel like for the most part they're going to be pretty recent. How long is the list that I'm naming here?
10. Top 10.
10?
Yeah.
So I have 3, and I don't think I'm going to get many more, to be honest.
You have the top 3. I will say, you know one of them, 2 of them, 3 of them. You probably know all of these. Except for one of them, because I threw you a loop. It's not actually a car movie or motorsports movie, but it's on the same line as one of the other movies on this list.
Okay. Question.
For that one. Yeah, what's up?
Does that mean it's Turbo?
Turbo is
the snail
on there.
movie.
Yeah, that is on there. that is fourth with 282 million. But that is not what I am talking about.
Are you talking about Planes?
I am talking about Planes with $240 million in the box office.
Well, thanks for Turbo. I mean, I wasn't getting that without that.
So, you now have the top 5. You need the bottom 5.
That's the top 5?
The top 5 is Fast and Furious, F1 movie, Cars 2, Turbo, Planes.
Give me Ford versus Ferrari. That was, what, 6 years ago? 5 years ago?
Yeah, and that is 6th, 225 million. 7 through 10. I know you know.
I know it's older, but what about Talladega Nights?
Talladega Nights is 8th with 163 million in the box office.
What's recent?
There was a recent one in the past couple of years about...
Is that the Gran Turismo one?
Yes, it is Gran Turismo.
Okay.
I think that was only released in certain countries. That is 122 million in the box office. That is number 10. There's 2 you are missing. I can give you hints if you need
2 I'm missing.
Yeah.
Video games. Because there were other racing game ones. There wasn't a Forza one.
There was not a Forza one. There was one...
shoot. It's the one that's like running from police, right? Like that's the game?
So. I think that is, yeah.
Okay.
It starts with an N.
Was that a movie? Need for Speed?
Yes, Need for Speed. $203 million.
They did make a movie?
They did make a movie. That is 7th.
How long ago was that?
I can look it up. Hold up. Need for Speed movie.
No, that sounds dumb. I have the like on Xbox One, I had the Need for Speed game from like 2017 or something.
Yeah. It was 2014 was when that movie came out.
Huh. Let's see. I wonder if the game that I had was based off that movie then.
Maybe. Now, I will say, there's one more movie on here, and it is a NASCAR-themed movie. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah, okay. The Need for Speed game was released in 2015. That was kind of like GTA Light.
Yeah, they
Um,
had a bunch of
that's so
them too.
interesting. Well, they have a bunch of games in general, but this game was just called Need for Speed,
Yeah.
and it was like open city in the way that GTA was. I didn't play a ton of it, but I did have it.
Oh damn.
I had no idea that that was probably in response to the movie.
Yeah.
Um, because a lot of the other games are a lot more arcadey than that one was, I think.
Yep.
But um, let's see, another NASCAR one you said.
NASCAR one.
Um, shoot, I don't think I'm gonna get this unless is it like just like Days of Thunder or something.
It is Days of Thunder.
Really?
Yes. Number 9, 158 million at the box office. I told you knew
That's
all of them.
crazy.
I told you knew all of them.
No, that was okay. I'm not gonna lie.
I told you.
I had zero idea that Days of Thunder would be on there.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I should have expected that, but I was really thinking they were all going to be more recent, but I couldn't think of any more
No.
recent ones that were
No,
popular.
they're
So.
basic. There's. I mean, I'm actually. Let me check. There actually might be one more that was on here, but I don't know if it was a streaming platform or not. No, it did not. It would not have made the list, but it would have been close. Rush was, I think, 11th or 12th on the list. That didn't even gross 100. That grossed 98.2 million. So, your next one. I want you to build the best driver out of these teams' all-time drivers list. So you need something for tire management, wheel-to-wheel racing, pace, wet, and qualifying. 5 things. Your first team that you can
Okay.
pick from is Ferrari.
And is this taking 5 from Ferrari drivers?
5 different Ferrari drivers. Yeah.
Okay, what are the
All time.
categories again?
The categories are tire management, wheel to wheel, pace, wet, and qualifying.
Hmm.
And
I have a
can
hot
help.
take.
All right, what's your hot take? Is Michael Schumacher not going to be
I
on here? Is that your hot take?
point of clarification. Does it have to be while they were racing for Ferrari?
I'm going to say yes.
Ah, shit.
Because you're going to put Lewis somewhere, weren't you?
Pretty much all of them, yeah.
No, 5 different drivers, 5 different categories. That's one driver for one
Oh.
category.
Uh,
Otherwise, yeah, it would just be Lewis Hamilton, but or just straight up Michael Schumacher. But no, you could put one driver at one category
and I can't even be funny about it with Ferrari. This is really disappointing.
only. I know. Maybe you could be funny the next one.
Man, I was ready for trivia. Ooh,
I
I
can.
don't know.
I can help you. So let me just name off some Ferrari drivers. You have. Give me a second. Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, Felipe Massa, Fernando Alonso, and then you have Schumacher, Rubens Barrichello. I'm just going through the years. You can put John Alessi, or Jean Alessi. You can put Alain Prost, Nigel Mansell. You can put Mario Andretti, Gilles Villeneuve, Jody Scheckter, Niki Lauda, Jackie X. You can put who else? Let's go through the years. I mean, obviously you can put like John Surtees. You can put there's a couple other ones. I swear to God, there's Phil Hill, Wolfgang von Trips. What is it? Dan Gurney's a banger. Mike Hawthorne. Um,
Can I Can you give me the
You
categories
got
one more time
Manuel
just so I can write them
Fangio.
down? Because I keep forgetting them.
Yeah, it is tire management, wheel to wheel, pace, wet, and qualifying. Also, you have like Ascari, you have Giuseppe Farina, you know.
Okay.
I can send you the
I think
list of drivers
Schumacher.
from all the years.
If I'm gonna have to put Schumacher somewhere, I'll just go pace. Out of
Okay.
these, I feel like.
Okay.
I
Yep.
feel like that's fair, right?
That is fair.
Um,
Yeah.
Now, in my brain, wanting to be funny, I want to put Kimi as tire management just because of his little Iceman straight line gig. But
Yep.
um,
That wouldn't be bad.
I
Tire
uh,
management is not bad.
I just, I know that that may not be the most accurate choice. I just, it's Kimi, man.
You have to have Kimmy on here somewhere. He is
Cleaning his tires is for cleaning your tires is for chumps.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I will put in my 2 cents here. For wet, I know he did get hurt well in the wet one time, but Nicky Lauda is a very good wet driver. Other than
I mean,
he got injured.
I'll take him for wet.
Qualifying, there's only one driver. I feel like you can put for that.
Who's it gonna be?
Charles Leclerc.
See, I almost wanted to throw Charles a bone for wheel to wheel, if only because he's one of the few drivers that can ethically race Max, which seems to be a skill that's lacking these days. But I don't disagree.
Yeah,
I don't disagree.
He's far away the best qualifier in F1 right now.
Yeah, I wanted to throw him a bone because racing Max is not easy.
So
because
we have Leclerc
Max is good, but
Charles
I'm putting
Leclerc.
Leclerc for qualifying. I'm agreeing with you there.
Okay.
But then wheel to wheel,
Yo, if you wanted to be funny, you could put wheel to wheel as Michael Schumacher because he couldn't race wheel to wheel either.
Yeah, there's a reason I didn't do that.
Do you want Sab, Fernando, Felipe Massa, Barrichello's good wheel to wheel. Barrichello's actually really good wheel to wheel.
I feel like
Mansell's
see
good,
the problem is it's just their Ferrari career that I'm thinking about, where I'm like, in my bones, I want to throw Fernando a bone here. I want to put Fernando in here somewhere. But
I think if you want to put him, he was a very good wheel to wheel at Ferrari. He's been very good wheel to wheel his entire career, but
yeah,
and he was very close to beating Sab a couple of times at Ferrari.
Yeah, it's
It's tough because you got so many good drivers.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, and I don't know. I want to be funny with it too, which is a struggle. But I think I'll toss it to Fernando. I'll keep it a pretty, all things considered, a pretty modern list.
Yeah.
And pop Fernando at wheel to wheel.
Niki Lauda.
Yeah, but you can't not have Schumacher. And
no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong per se, but like,
and obviously he didn't stoop as far as like putting a Carlos Sainz on here or something like that. Even though he was good for Ferrari, but like short career, not a lot in the way of results.
Yeah. Now this next one, I'm gonna do something, and you're not gonna like it. You're gonna now do the same thing, but with Red Bull Racing. You have like 10 people on here.
With Red Bull,
You have 10 drivers. You have Alex Albon, David Coulthard, fucking Robert Dornbos, Pierre Gasly, Christian Klein, Daniel Kvyat, Liam Lawson, Vit Antonio Luisi, Sergio Perez, Daniel Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda, Max Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel, Mark Webber.
well,
You have the obvious ones that you need to put on there.
I feel like Verstappen at pace is the only option.
Verstappen at pace is the only option. Or wet.
Or anywhere, really, but like...
Other than wheel to wheel. You can't put him in wheel to wheel. You can't do it.
Got me there. Where would I put Vettel?
Personally, if it were me, I would put Max at wet and Vettel on pace.
Prime Seb? Prime Seb, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not
Because
wrong.
Prime Seb was a nasty driver. Like, that dude was lit when he drove. Not, like, high, but, like, that dude drove super fast. He drove really
Wow, he drove
fast.
like that wall high?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, I'll buy that. I think, because I don't know where I'd put him otherwise. And I think that Max has a good argument for wet.
Yeah.
I
Some other drivers.
I personally think that Verstappen has some of the best pace in F1 history as far as what he's done in inferior equipment in his career.
I think for me, top 5 in no order is Schumacher, Lewis, Max, Senna. Fucking, I don't even care at that point. It's just those 4 at this point. For pure pace, any day of the week. Those are my 4 drivers.
Because I think it's been rare.
Yeah, what were you
that
saying?
like Max has been competitive in cars that shouldn't be, and then when he's given anything resembling a championship car, he's run away with it.
Yeah, I'd agree with
And as much as I like to give him shit for some things, I think that you have to respect that. But you are right that Prime Seb was a menace.
that. You know who else was a menace in their prime? Daniel Gibbiat, baby! Put him at wheel-to-wheel racing. The torpedo.
Are we sure about that?
No. Okay, so there are some other drivers I think you need to be on there. Mark Webber.
I think Danny Rick and Mark Webber need to be there.
I think also, and I might get roasted, David Coulthard. That man carried early Red Bull so much.
I mean, if we're being honest, who else? Who else would be on there? Red Bull Albon? Red Bull Gasly? I don't think so. Red Bull Sonoda? Probably not.
Like
Red Bull Perez? I don't know.
It's between Red Bull Perez and Red Bull Coulthard.
Yeah, well, I still don't know where I'm putting Danny Rick and Mark Webber.
I'd
honestly
put Danny Rick. Oh, I should have had overtaking. Yeah, I'll put that for next one.
I mean, that's kind of wheel to wheel.
No, I wouldn't. Well, here's the thing, because if we had overtaking, we'd put Danny Rick at overtaking. I would put Mark Webber at. See, I'm trying to think tire management, and I just don't know if Danny Ricciardo was a good tire manager or not. I feel like he was.
As far as things go, Sergio Perez was a very good tire manager in his day.
Perez as the tire management, then screw it. And then you're between wheel to wheel and qualifying. And I would give Danny Rick the edge in qualifying, and I'd put Webber as wheel to wheel.
I'll side with you there instead of continuing to agonize over it.
You gotta put Danny Rick and Webber. You just don't. Where the fuck are you gonna put them at this point?
But Perez, to be fair, got that reputation for tire management before he got to Red Bull.
Yeah, but he was still very good.
And sure, he was considered like the best in the sport at it for a time.
Yeah,
but it's
to be fair, if I were, I'm trying to think. Like, I know Vettel and Verstappen need to be at pace and wet, but like, what are the odds Danny Rick goes at pace and then Webber goes to qualifying and then Vettel goes to wheel to wheel?
At that point,
I don't think that's a good idea, but it's an option. Because, like...
I feel like you can't sacrifice pace. Like...
Danny Rick was quick as fuck, though. Like he was quick.
No, he was.
He wasn't Seb quick, but he was quick.
Or Max quick. Let's be real. Quick.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. One of them has to be there. Yeah, you're right. All right, well, that's that for that game. Your final game...
Uh-oh.
Your final game.
Games, unlimited games, but only one more game?
Only one more game. Please name the top 16 drivers in the 2019 NASCAR Cup Series playoffs.
Huh?
2019, baby.
Okay.
And I know
you asked me beforehand, and I was like, 2019 on.
I know
and
all of these drivers. Well, a couple of them we have talked about today, but I will let you guess.
Okay. First of all, 2019 champion, Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch is number uno.
Kyle Busch's teammates that year at JGR, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., Eric Jones.
Eric Jones is 16th, dead last. Denny Hamlin is 4th, and you said Truex?
Yeah.
Truex is 2nd.
Was Jones at JGR that year? Am I making that up?
Let me scroll up and check. I'm on Wikipedia.
Or was this Daniel Suarez or something still?
Joe Gibbs was Eric Jones. Yeah,
Okay.
it was Eric Jones. Damn! Oh no, that was only one race. I was looking at front row and saw Matt Crafton running a race, and I'm like, nope, that guy was a career trucks guy. There was no way. No, he did not run a full season. It was a singular race that year.
Okay, so that's the JGR guys.
That is the JGR.
I mentioned Suarez. If Jones is at JGR, that means that Suarez. Well, actually, I think it was Truex that replaced Suarez. But if Jones is at JGR, that means Suarez is at Stewart Haas. That means he's not making the playoffs. That means he's on his way to going to like Gaunt Brothers.
Yep.
So he's not in there.
17th.
I think Jimmy Johnson missed it.
Yes, he was 18th. So Daniel Suarez finished above Jimmy Johnson.
Crazy. Hendrick teammates that year. We got Byron Bowman Elliott.
Yeah, and they all finished 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
So you have 1st, 2nd, 4th, 10, 11, 12, 16. I will...
Chip Ganassi. That's Kyle Larson before the incident. I think it's also Kurt Busch.
Yeah, Kyle Larson 6th, Kurt Busch 13th.
Okay, so that's Chip Ganassi, that's Hendrick, that's JGR. Stewart Haas, because I mentioned Suarez. Stewart Haas would be Harvick, still elite.
Harvick came 3rd, very elite.
Would be Clint Bowyer and Eric Almirola? Did they both make it?
Bowyer and Almirola did. Clint Bowyer was 9th, Almirola was 14th. So you are missing 15th, 8th, 7th, 5th.
Okay, I'm just gonna... I think the obvious missing one here would be the Penske guys. Logano, Blaney, Brad.
That is correct. Joey was 5th, Blaney was 7th, Brad was 8th, and all you are missing is 15th. Oh, wait. Yeah, because you said that, yeah, all you're missing is 15th.
What other organizations are there?
I can tell you. Give me a second. I can tell you what organizations are there.
RCR didn't do anything, right?
It was Ganassi, which you got. Jermaine, Cole, who did not. Hendrick, you got.
Jermaine would have been Ty Dillon, right?
Jermaine would have been Ty Dillon. That is correct. How do you know that?
Because that's who Ty Dillon was with for a while.
JTG Daugherty, none of them made it.
Daugherty, that's Oh, at this time that was like Busher, right?
It was Busher,
or was
and
this
a Connecticut King was there as well.
Priest? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Priest. Premium Motorsports.
Then they traded Stenhouse, but at this time Stenhouse was with Roush. 17.
Wait, yeah, and the teammate was also.
Oh shoot!
At Roush.
You're saying that as if it's the missing person.
It is the missing person.
In the 6.
In the 6.
That's Newman, right?
That is Newman.
It's Ryan Newman?
Correct. Yeah, he came 15th.
Yeah, because because it was the year after that he had his big crash, right?
Yeah. Bonus round. Can you name who was 28th in the standings that year?
With how much you're rubbing your hands, I'm going to assume it is Bubba Wallace. Daryl, quote-unquote, Bubba Wallace in the 43 Richard Petty Motorsports car.
That is correct!
He stole from Eric Almirola, who of course was a playoff driver and somehow never got over that.
That is correct. Can you guess who was 33rd?
33rd? I feel like this is too early for any other meme drivers.
Oh, no, it is not. Oh, no, it is not. There is a man. I know you know who it is. I know.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I know who it is. And I don't think it's Chastain because I think he raced this year, but he was not full time.
He missed one. He actually missed a single race.
He was getting points in a different series, though, right?
I believe so. Maybe, I don't know.
Guys that would actually be earning points.
Yeah. Well, actually, he didn't. He only raced in a handful of races.
But like, he wouldn't have been full time in another series then if he was earning cup points.
No, he was earning cup points. He earned 77. And I know you know who he is because we've talked about him before.
We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
It's not Ty Dillon. Mentioned Ty Dillon. It's not Bubba.
He's a meme driver.
It's not Corey LaJoie.
Nope.
If
I were to...
Quinn Houff.
It is Quinn Houff.
Meme driver.
It is Quinn Houff. It is Quinn Houff, baby.
Okay.
Can you guess he was 38th? Or 39th? Sorry, 39th?
Don't do this shit to me, man.
He raced one race. Jack,
let me guess. He finished 35th in it? In that one race?
Maybe.
Let me guess. He's the son of a stuntman? Let me guess. Let me guess. It's Stanton motherfucking Barrett, huh?
It is Stanton.
Yeah, don't think I forgot. You asked me about him in 2020, and I said, yeah, finishing 35th at whatever track that was. Talladega, I think, wasn't enough. He had to come back. Like, you can't get me again. Not with Stanton Barrett. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Who finished 40th then, huh?
I don't fucking know, and I'm never going to.
Casey James Mears, baby.
Okay.
I think he is actually in the NASCAR.
Hey, but who won Daytona that year?
Daddy.
No.
Oh.
In the summer. Daytona the second.
And I'm gonna give a damn.
It's Justin Haley.
Oh.
You remember that? We've talked about that.
We have. That was just one race win. No, he has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has one race win.
No, that's his only one.
That is his only race win. And now he's gone. Goodbye, Justin Haley.
Hey, he's running a Ram truck.
That is true. Also, Cliggy also made a good amount of cup appearances that year too.
Really?
Yeah.
For who?
For
what team?
That's a good question. I'm looking up now. Hold up. It would have
Since
been...
the trivia is over.
Yeah, it would.
Why is Parker Kligerman's middle name Lindsley?
That's a banger. It would have been Gaunt Brothers.
Oh, shoot.
In the 96.
Yeah, that's right.
With Drew Herring running the other race that they ran.
Yeah. Because then it was the year after that Suarez got dropped by, and ran full-time with Gaunt Brothers. Got dropped by Stuart Haas. And then Gaunt Brothers kind of died in 2021 and sold their charter to 2311, I think. That was the 2311 charter, right?
So, it's 96. Whoever owns the 96. But
well, it's not. The number changes, but the charter.
Yeah. Oh, does it really? Huh. Dude, can you... Okay, I have a question. Can you race as number 0 in NASCAR? Just the number 0.
Yes.
Why does nobody do that? That is such a cool number. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This was a long episode. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. If you got the guys before we got the guys in this game, let us know how long it took you to get it. Because we kind of sucked at it. Actually, I actually did really well today, which I'll take. Because there was no way I was going to get anything else today. But, Jack, do you have any final thoughts?
I do have a final thought.
All right,
and
let's
it
hear
is that I regret to inform you that the Giants 49ers game was canceled before it got played. And yeah.
I heard that the NASCAR Xfinity and Cup Series championships were also canceled before they were played.
I heard that too. You
Yeah,
know?
they just
I
didn't
can't believe
happen.
they do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They let the Trucks Championship happen, but not the other two.
Crazy. I was crazy
I
once.
was crazy
They
once.
locked
They
me in a
locked me in a
room.
room,
A rubber room.
a rubber
A room
room
with
rats.
rats. Rats make me crazy.
crazy.
Crazy. I was
I was
crazy
crazy
once.
and
They locked me in
raggedy.
a room.